You're just a long-haired hippie. Yep. When I first started growing strawberries, I purchased runners from a commercial grower and planted 300 in the first year. I practice a no-dig method here, and for growing strawberries in Australia, no-dig method tips are to tarp area that you want to start growing in and lay down a layer of cardboard and then put your compost on top of that. This takes a lot of weed pressure off, which is something you want to think about. All the strawberry beds have been started with an animal manure compost. Well, we've had the first frost of the season now, so it's officially here. Look, I've tried different methods at different times and with different top mulches, you know, agricultural fabric, straw, and this season's I've added pine needles. As strawberries prefer acidic soil with a pH between 5.8 and 6.2, pine straw mulch is ideal for maintaining this soil acidity. Due to the fact I hadn't grown strawberries at this location before, I selected 3 different types of strawberry runner to see which planted and which grew the best. This was Redlands Joy, Luana and Sugar Baby. As it so happened, there wasn't a real clear winner, so when it came to harvesting the runners for the next planting, I did not choose one particular strain over another. Strawberries are known to like good rich compost and prefer to be watered from the roots as opposed to overhead sprinklers, especially when the fruit is on, and to help in humid conditions to stop fungus diseases. Well, I eventually got the dripper line and I'm just putting it all together now. As you can see, this one's easy enough because I can get it underneath the ag fabric. But look, you know, I've had to sort of do this all by hand, just feed it up underneath, but it's all done now, and you see the bleeder lines and everything. So next thing now is to get the rest of it done, put the ag fabric down, and then plant the rest of the strawberries, and we're away. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Spend the morning just cutting out the canvas there. You know, I've seen they've got big burners that do it, but I just had a hand tool. I had to cut all the centers out. Now I'm putting the strawberry runners in, so we're gonna become the organic strawberry growers at Killarney. Keep the ag fabric down as well, and being sawdust, you know, it'll hopefully deter snails from getting across as well, you know. So again, it's another bit of waste product that was around. You know, we've got a mill in the area, and basically just gets you know, shipped off to somewhere else. So hey, I'll use that, see if it works, eh? The first year I laid everything under agricultural fabric with drip irrigation. With the new beds, I'm experimenting with the straw and pine needles and using more overhead watering, as I think the drip irrigation wasn't doing the best job of keeping the plants well watered. I let all the plants go to runners so that I could use my own to transplant into the new beds. I wanted to get 1,000 plants in for the new season. As I did not have the capacity to have 700 pots to be potted up, I just had to cut half the strawberry crop back in March and potted up about 300 plants, and the rest I harvested in June. I gave them a pre-soak with a seaweed type solution and planted them directly out into the beds. But what I've done there is that I relayed all the new compost from them. I took off the ag fabric and I put new manures down with it as well. And then what I've done this time round is I've just come back with straw, you know, strawberries, you know, just to try to keep the fruits a little bit clean. Anyway, that's an experiment for this season, see how it goes, you know. The strawberries that I gave the haircut back in March, you know, they've already flowered and there's some good strawberries on them, you know, so it's really good. You know, I'm quite surprised actually how much fruit's coming off them at the moment. After the haircut and the reapplication of compost, and this time putting straw down instead of the ag fabric, the old strawbs are coming back to life again now, so all nicely fruiting, so it's really good. So it's all looking good out in the yard at the moment. It's excellent work there. You know, some decent looking
fruit coming on, you know, so between that and planted out all this other side and down the bottom now, so yeah, good. It's setting itself up at the moment. It's glorious, still autumn day, but they're coming good. Obviously in this winter weather, you know, not much growth going, but they're taking and they're coming on, so you know, in another couple of months they'll start to really flesh out a little bit more. And the good thing about strawberries is they are quite robust plant and will take quite a bit of abuse and still grow for you. I found that by manually getting rid of any old leaves, keeping old fruit harvested and not sitting in the beds, I did not get any disease on the plants. And apart from the initial animal manure compost, I added a foliar spray of seaweed type spray from Nutritech during their flowering and fruiting stage. You know, mine is 2 degrees at the moment, so yeah, it's a frosty little morning, that's for sure. The frost covers are out and it's all doing healthy underneath. The idea of the frost covers is that we also use them to keep the winds off, and it just enables it to get a nice warm ambience underneath it. It does. The fleece keeps a bit of temperature in for the day too, so it works out all right. You know, I know it's warm because I always find the cat in there, you know. So the setup I have with small hooped, the small low hoop tunnels means I can work the beds and have a fleece cover during winter and a netting cover during summer for pest control like birds. Don't forget to keep up to date on all our little adventures here. Please, you know, don't forget to click the subscribe button somewhere there, and to click the bell icon if you want to hear updates from us for future notifications. All right, thanks crew. See ya.